agenda and have a seat. We'll start in probably the next 2 or 3 minutes. And we'll get the presentation going and get the event on the road. We have water. I might as well do some of the housekeeping. The bathrooms are in the back. Water, cookies. 2 cookies a person. Unless you come up with some great ideas, and then you may be eligible for a drawing for a 3rd cookie.
Well, we only have one. We gave up on ours. Yes,
Well, somebody will thank you for that. We're still trickling in, so after the trickle has stopped, then we'll start. Did you get something to drink? Want one? Want a bottle of water? Give this gentleman a bottle of water. That was easy. I talked you into that pretty quick, didn't I?
Oh, you sure?
All right. I'll go ahead. I've already kind of started with dot number 1. Welcome. I'm Rick Gomez. I'm with a consulting firm that's been employed by the city of Adelanto to put together a community plan for the city for the horizon year of 2035. Some of you who have been to the previous meetings kind of have seen how we developed, but tonight we're going to kind of regurgitate a little bit of that, but really we have some exciting concepts and discussion about some land use, community design, economic development, circulation, parks and rec, public safety. So we're going to be going through that. So over the summer, since the last time we met, we've been feverishly putting these things together so that you can take a look at it. We have a deadline of about March, I believe it's March of 2014. And so we've been putting these together, putting these things together with the consulting team, working with the city, all the stakeholders. And so we've got tonight for you a presentation which is going to go through. Now, one thing, if you were here last time, remember, I ran over and did Lisa's presentation. So if I get close to Lisa's presentation, you probably see her knocking me over to get the hell out of the way. So I promise not to do it for the fear of my own safety. And then we're going to have a part of the presentation is going to be, what do you think? We want you to look at these concepts, have a discussion with a staff person and a consultant who's been involved in the presentation of these, and then to give us some of your feedback as to things that you like, don't like, how you modify it. So that's going to be part of the presentation. Then my favorite part of the meeting is going to be the break. And it's more cookies and more water. And then we're going to summarize everything kind of with the idea of, did we understand your concerns, did we understand what you said, and so that we can summarize this and make sure that when we move the plan document further along in the process, that we've got your ideas pretty well articulated. In the past, we've had, as I mentioned, we've had I think 2 or 3 meetings where we sat down and with your participation, we were able to go over some ideas, some concepts, some locations of where some critical issues were with the city, and things that we have or we don't have. And we got your input, developed some concepts from that. And then from this, we got the strengths of the city, where the openness, the safe and affordable housing, good schools, challenges with connectivity, which means that the connection of the streets. We've seen that and you know this by living here, that there's not a lot of paved roads. The paved roads break up, they go into dirt roads, so there's not a lot of these connections are discontinuous. Infrastructure, we're a lot of the infrastructure is missing in places, landscaping, and the activities of code enforcement to try to keep it all under control and keep everybody in check, and to try to create a very safe and attractive community. And some of the discussion was regarding opportunities, the location, the goods and the services that are necessary, sustainable energy. We are in a very unique location as far as solar energy, wind. How do we take advantage of these things and how do we make it work for not only the individual homeowners but for the community in general? And the open space and amenities. We have a tremendous lack of parks. How do we now infill these situations and create parks, expand existing ones, and then also look at the opportunities with new development to provide these recreational opportunities. Tonight we're going to be talking about some other things that were discussed about 395, the High Desert Corridor, center, what we call life center activities, like we have, this is kind of considered a visitor location activity center. We have a town centers, all these different activity areas, encourage a connection between the north and the south. Right now you kind of see a gap in the community from the north to the south. Support the